Lorraine, for those who don't know, tell us what happened to your boy.
He was in 2014. Dwayne just popped to the shops. I popped to the shops as well. When I got home, I was greeted by a few of the local children knocking on my door saying, Mum, Dwayne's been stabbed. He got stabbed just yards from my home. I ran to where he was, only to see my son on the floor with his chest open, in pools of his own blood, the police with their hands in his chest. He had got stabbed through the heart with a sword. He was on a life support machine for 2 days and then he died. And this was as a result of saving a younger boy from being harmed.
Orally, impact on you and those around you?
Dwayne was my best friend's brother. And obviously living in Lambeth as well and being close to the community, it has a ripple effect on how you live your life from then on. Even as a young woman and the eldest of 5 kids, the one after me is my brother. So now, because of what's happened and how closely related it was to me, I'm now watching over my brother, hoping he's OK every second. So the paranoia becomes a domino effect. You no longer live in peace. And I think it's something that carries on until this very day, really.
What do politicians need to do to sort this out?
At our foundation, Kay, we have adopted the public health approach. When a young person comes through our doors, we have 3 key assessments. That's the membership, the health form and the needs assessment. We're finding that young people are coming through our boxing gym with anxiety, fear, stress, which is affecting their education. Some are being kicked out of school. Young men not having any work because they're not trained enough, and the problems in the community is too much for them to deal with. We're having ex-offenders coming out that literally are traumatised by what's happened to them in the prison, but wanting to work, wanting to get on with their life. So we've got a holistic approach and response to them, and it's grassroots organisations like myself that really need the government to support us to be able to help these young people for this to stop.
Orally, what do you think more needs to be done? We heard from the Shadow Home Secretary a few moments ago. She said that they will do everything they can to take zombie knives off the streets as soon as if they are in power, but they want the government to do that even before then.
Yeah, I respect the reactive approach, but I think we need to go with a more proactive approach. I don't believe everyone's born a bad apple. I believe that it all starts from how we kind of nurture the seed before they turn out, for their retaliation decisions to be taken up a knife. I think it's about going to the root, making sure the environment they grow up serves them, so that whenever they are in front of a confrontational sort, their result is not picking up a knife, but rather solving it amicably.
What are these youngsters, mostly youngsters, who come through the boxing gym and other facilities that you offer, what do they say about why they carry a knife?
Fear. A lot of it is fear, because we have more members that are not, they're not criminals, but because of the environment, the constant stabbing and now gun crime has risen. You're hearing gunshots in the air. They're frightened. They want to protect themselves. But then we've got those that are coming out of gangs. And the reason why they're carrying knives is because they are involved in criminal activity. But what's the reason behind their involvement? Poverty. Seeing mum, a lot of them single parents, seeing mum can't cope with the basics of electricity and food, and feeling, this is what they say, they feel guilty, they feel responsible, that they have to do something. And then when you've got somebody offering you to carry a package from A to B and you're getting hundreds of pounds, they're doing it. And what are they using their money for? Electricity, food, clothes. So we're having a different range of people coming through the doors and the reasons why they're doing this, but it's solvable. I know organisations, Kay, that have been doing brilliant work. Dwayne, this year, it's 10 years since Dwayne was killed. I know organisations that have been doing some brilliant work with grassroots young people that are now ceased in operation because they've got no funding. Some have broken under the pressure. I'm still going on with a number of others. The government really, if they're really serious and they really care, they need to bring us as mothers around the tables, grassroots organisations, and make us be a part of the solution, invest in us so we can help these kids. They are precious. You can't just send them into jail. I go into the prisons as well. I've gone totally out. I go into prisons, I hear how they speak. It's a nightmare in prisons. Even the workers, they need help. There needs to be restorative justice, but there's not enough money to pay workers to go in there and do this. So they're in there just festering, and when they come out, they re-offend.
What would you say to the Prime Minister this morning?
I emailed the Home Secretary when Idris came out. I love UK, thank you. I love Sky because they gave me a voice when Idris done that campaign. I emailed them and I even sent them our strategic plan of what we're doing in Dwaynomics, that we need help. I didn't get a reply.
This was James Cleverly?
Yeah.
The present Home Secretary?
Yes, his secretary, because the present one. They emailed me asking me for Idris's contact because I was on the same, you know. So I didn't have it, but I gave them my contact from Sky and said, you can reach out to him. But I've got the email. So I emailed them and said, look, this is what I'm doing. Please, could I have some time to speak with you? You can meet with the kids, meet with the parents. Why would you not invest in something that's working and that needs help? Prime Minister, I've got a Point of Light award. David Cameron gave me that. I haven't stopped. I've gone through extreme stress, thank God for the Wicks. Alopecia. I've got a Point of Light, 442. Bring me around the table. Invest in us. I can give you a team that can help to solve this. It's solvable. Please do what you say you're going to do.